Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to another live stream of Hearthstone. Starting kind of right on time, but today is Monday, August 21, so the eclipse is happening and everybody's crazy about the moon blocking the sun in a specific part of the world. And because of that, who knows how many people will be playing Hearthstone right now. I guess we've got 6 people right now. Today is going to be a little bit different anyways. I was playing around with Nightbot, my new auto moderating app that just kicked in after a while. I was trying to get it to actually do something and it didn't want to do it. Well, what I'm trying to get it to do is play a silent playlist of music. Not one that's actually being played on this live stream, but one that is just happening in the background and will tell people, heck, if you want to go listen to a song and be part of a community without me risking getting content ID'd, you can click on this link and open it up in your own browser in the background and listen to it, and then the community will be listening to the same song, except for me, who actually isn't listening to the old song. So I don't know what value really is in that at all anyways. Also, I got on the Discord because Nightbot synchronizes with Discord, and we'll see if that does anything. I'm going to see if this overlay does anything. If it helps people better connect, I guess that's good. And then we've got lots of friends. Here's one at 8, here's one at 20, here's one at 8, here's one at 13, here's one at, I think that's 9. So a lot of people are really higher than what I was last time we streamed. But I've been doing a lot of side things and playing a little bit off while I'm trying to upload videos. And off screen, I've gone from level 18 to level 13. So even for me, in this first month of trying to get up in ranked play, I've gone up 5 ranks. And that's mostly what we're going to be doing today, is playing ranked play, because there's no tavern brawl, there's no reason to do an arena run, and while there is still a slight reason to try and get enough gold to get a few more things done on the European and Asian account, those accounts really are not working. There's not that much left to do with that. So let's hop into just ranked play. Now, here's the problem with ranked play. It's going to be incredibly boring, and potentially I may lose here and fall behind. And there's, I believe, 9 more days until the end of the month. So if I fell all the way back down to rank 20, I think that's the stars I would get for the next month. That being said, there's really no reason to play, because you still get the reward for the highest rank you get, and you can't go any further unless you do. Now, Hearth Arena app I didn't even open and won't open for probably a long time. So we're getting a lot of apps now. We have the Hearthstone deck tracker app over here. We have Discord over here. We'll see if that does anything. I still don't understand Discord. I made a server in case fans wanted to all chat in that context. I think I get that much, but on the greater scale, I don't know what it is. Let's see. Kevin Wu is talking on the chat. I need to make the chat bigger. There are ranked floors you can't fall below 20, 15, 10, and 5. Interesting. And since this is my first experience getting past 18, and I'm 13 now. That means even worst case scenario. How does that work? Does that mean if I stop playing right now, I can't go below rank 15? Or does it mean if I continuously lose over and over and over again, I can never be below 15 again? Like, I think I would assume that there's a way that I could be back below 15 somehow. Like, so is it floors? If I can rephrase it, is it floors what you can lose if you just took several months off? No, if you lost at rank 15 with 0 stars, you would stay at rank 15. And if I take 5 months off and I'm at rank 15 and I don't play any ranked play, am I still at rank 15? But when the season resets, you fall back down. Ah, okay. So I think I'm understanding that now. There is a level of boringness that this is gonna all be. Too. Let's see, should we do Divine Shield or should we do Poisonous? We have a new person. I don't even see their... Oh, his name is Theo Lalathrop. Lalathrop. Interesting name. He says hi. Hi. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit boring playing ranked, though, because I can only really play with the Murloc deck. We see that I'm having 31 to 21 games, 60% win ratio on the Murloc deck. And certainly some things I learned in playing ranked. You really only need to win 1 or 2 games per rank if you're winning a win streak, and that's certainly what was occurring with me. And it did feel like it was getting slightly easier as I was going up rank. Not incredibly easier, but once I got past rank 18 or so, it did feel very much like there was less random people. We have Red Phoenix back on saying hi. Sorry I missed so many streams. That's alright. You can go back and watch them, or you can not watch them, whatever. Like, there's a lot of other people that have not watched any of them at all. Like billions of people. So you're still okay in my book. So, yeah, it definitely did feel like I was on a very good win streak, and in the win streak, it was really easy to go from 18 to 17 to 16 to 15, because I would win 3-4 games in a row and get lucky. Theo Lilithrope says all streamers have destroyed my name. Yeah, yeah. I Layla Trope, Liala Trope. I don't even recognize it, honestly. Like, I don't even know what origin this is. Is it French, or is it made up, or what? Red Phoenix asked, did I see the eclipse? I saw it on TV. I'm not super interested in it. Like I'm recording a couple of news broadcasts, but what it is it's just the moon in front of the sun. So, like, I don't know how much more than 30 seconds attention you should really give to something like that, or I would really want to give to something like that, in all honesty. An interesting survey came out as we try to do news and try to win here, which this one's not potentially in a great position to win. Let's see, should I do this and this? No. Let's do this, this. Red Pink says, but it's cool. Okay, it's cool. Like, I'm glad other people can enjoy things, but as a critic, it is part of my internal being that I can never enjoy much of anything. Just see once in a lifetime. Well, like, I don't have any of the protective goggles or anything anyways, so I really shouldn't be looking at the sun. Let's see. How do we want to do this? We've got to kill this guy. So, anything that's worth its salt. Why don't you play Blowgill Sniper instead of Blowgill Warrior there? Let's see. Probably because I'm not paying enough attention. Wait, where's Blowgill Warrior? Oh, it's the delay. The kill is 4-1. Let's see. And see, here's the shame of it, is that I'm gonna have to kill this guy. There we go. To kill the 4-1. I probably because I didn't see it. That's the answer to any question like that. Is particularly when you play Mega Fin and you fill the thing in there, you really have to pay attention, and I don't always do it. Of what your options are, because you have so many Murlocs. But I think this will work. And who do we want to kill with this? Probably not this one. Let's just attack the face. And I've got victory as long as he doesn't find some way to have some armor. Yeah, so there was a really a Japanese poll about how much the Switch's portability is used. And you would think, since Nintendo is focused, it's a Japanese company focused on the Japanese market, you would have think that they had done the market research and that people would want to play more portably, more of the games portably in Japan. But actually, it was a shockingly low percentage. I didn't write down the number, but I'm thinking it was about 5% of the time was used to play the Switch portably. There is a thing about Japanese people that, like, while they play games on their mobile phones, they're also very concerned about not bothering or making noise or anything like that. Wow. That's impressive. Let's see what this does. Oh, I had some non-Murlocs in there.
Like sweating insects! Like sweating insects!
Let's see. Let's just hope we can get something that will charge. I guess then let's just hope this. And who's the most deadly that we can kill? These guys. So even the Japanese market isn't using the Switch outside in its portability, which means there's a lot of reason already for Nintendo to think they've made a mistake and try to re-release yet another console. I don't think you could get away with that too well, but I could see them certainly taking that idea. This is the thing about this deck that I've noticed too, is that it actually has some playability in the late game and mid game, whereas my previous Murloc decks would have absolutely lost by now, like just run out of steam. So things like Lightning Storm that were suggested to me are correct. I was wrong. The Flame Tongue Totem, if I was to draw that right now, that would probably be very helpful. Although it may not save me here. He's playing a lot of taunts. I looked at the EA Gamescom live stream. Gamescom doesn't strike me as a particularly great show to watch for actual information, but maybe. The EA live stream itself, however, was just as bad as it was at E3, so I don't. Let's see. I probably lost, haven't I? Yep. So, as I'm talking, as I'm being distracted, as I'm dealing with the chat, almost certainly you're going to see me fall back to 15, but at least I've learned that 15 is the floor, so maybe we could get a win streak. I don't really have time to play Hearthstone off screen like I have been, but I'm working on a RetroPie that's gonna probably take a lot of setup and effort to just get it as configured and as dead simple as possible for what I want it to do, and just to play around with it a little bit. The hardware putting together of the RetroPie, unfortunately, was really short. Literally, I attached 2 heat sinks and screwed in 4 tiny screws into the case and put it in the case, and that was it. There's nothing else to it. Also, the RetroPie is proving itself to be kind of a hassle in setting up, because you need a keyboard and a controller. Some places the keyboard doesn't work right, some places the controller doesn't work right, so there's a lot of things just in the initial setup. Right now I'm using an Xbox 360 controller on it, and it just doesn't feel right. It does not feel good to have an Xbox 360 controller in my hand and even begin to think about playing an old retro game like in Super Mario Brothers. It's so there's gonna be probably a significant amount of extra accessories and extra things added to it that is gonna raise up the price. On the chat here we have Red Phoenix. Have you heard anything more about Morphblade? No. is that a game? Like, game recommendations just aren't gonna be anything right now. Like, I'm not probably gonna buy any more games until either the Steam Summer Sale, or if there's actually something really good in one of the other sales. I've got so many other games, and so like, I want people to tell me about games, but I'm tell me about them just once, and then assume I'm gonna look at them on the Steam page, and then that's all I'm gonna do with them, with that information. And I may put it on a wish list, which that might be a very helpful thing if people want to know if I've looked at a game. Go to my Steam profile and see if I've wishlisted that game, because then that's gonna directly tell you whether or not I've seen that game and how I'm feeling about it. Theo, you never. Theo said well played, and then goodbye a minute later, and then Red Phoenix said bye Theo in 2 statements. I should have played this first. Mid-range Paladin was one of the things that somebody recommended me to play, and I do have a deck that I think at least look at, that I imported from Mid-range Paladin. Now I know the Jade Paladin deck, just I don't have the cards, but maybe I think I'm closer to having all the cards there. And let's just start going through the written news, because everything I've been talking about so far has been off the top of my head. Xenoblade Chronicles studio Monolith is hiring for a new ambitious new project. What does the phrase ambitious mean? Red Phoenix put spam in the chat. Well, I have a moderator now. They might actually take you seriously. It's a robotic mod, so it's supposed to remember the regular people that show up. If somebody wants to add me, wants me to add them, like I have time to, in the middle of playing ranked play, copy and paste somebody's name into this and type it in. Of course I don't have time for that.
Job's done.
So yeah, it would be interesting. There's been a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles games, so new games past that from a company that has shown some ability to make games is not a bad idea. It's better than getting an announcement from somebody who's never made a game before and they're just putting it out on Steam Direct or something. There's at least some proven track record of making some sort of quality, even if it's a company that makes very niche games that most people don't like, but many people do. As Red Phoenix says, hello Nightbot. It doesn't respond like that. There are some kind of commands to it that I'm still learning, but let's see if I can do one and see if it actually works, because it wasn't working before. regulars. See if Nightbot responds to that. Nightbot, invalid parameter specified. Possible parameters, add, delete. So, it's at least paying attention now. It wasn't paying attention before. So, that's one of the things hopefully I can get it to work with, is it will add regulars to the chat. A lot of things that were spam filtered in it, like a lot of emojis and things were enabled by default, and I said, you know what, I don't have enough people chatting and they seem to like to do that, so I'll go ahead and disable some of these spam protections for the time. I saw an article that was a really awfully written article, and I've seen news of computer generated articles where it's not even a human that wrote it, and I suspect this may very well have been the case in this instance, but let's see. I don't even know how we're gonna do this. White Day 2 Swan Song, which I think came out in 2016 for the PlayStation VR, is now being re-released on the PC August 22nd. Like, I can't even be certain. The way the article's written is just so oddly phrasing and mentioning 2016, and I'm like, did this game come out in 2016 or did this game come out? Is it coming out August 22nd? I don't know either way, honestly. That's probably an article I should have just not stopped reading halfway through and not bothered to report on. Record Definitive Edition is coming out for the Xbox One and PC on August 29th for $20. It might actually be a complete edition in this instance, which would be nice, because certainly what they gave you originally was not a complete edition. Alright, we're gonna have to get rid of some people. Let's see. This. Yeah, all caps was another thing that it by default would filter out, that I disabled. Red Phoenix says, I'm creating a bot just like it, but for text messages. Is buggy though. Sorry for the caps, don't kill me now. It is a thing that I disabled because of you, particularly Red Phoenix. I finally figured out how to make the text bigger on the screen, so I can read it when I zoom it, or I can zoom it if I can't read it. Do you really need like, the phone companies in the United States, at least my experience with them, filter out all the real spam, and then the other spam you get is often because you signed up for it in text messages, or your phone number is getting put somewhere, and at that point you probably just need to abandon your phone number and change it. Give it to a lot less people, have have friends that wouldn't sign you up, that don't sign you up for things. It's gonna be slightly unsurprising if it turns out I do just fall all the way down to rank 15. Because the paying attention is limited. Recore looked like a cool game, but it was reviewed horribly. It was an incomplete game, rushed out there. It doesn't deserve the title of a definitive edition at all. In all honesty, it deserves something much better than that. I don't like how YouTube chat highlights my own name in the link to my own channel, but whatever. I can't do anything about that. That's not Nightbot. That's YouTube's chat. Alright, can this save us? I don't think so. I have 1/4 that can kill this and give him a 7/7 the next turn. I can kill this and save us. Red Phoenix says I am Nightbot. Thank you though. That's just a timed thing. It says it every 30 minutes or so. It's supposed to say it every 30 minutes. Why is it doing it every 6 minutes? Oh no, wait. Let me see when it last did it. It did it at 2:30 and it did it exactly at 3. So yeah, that's just a time message that's gonna happen every 30 minutes to everybody. It's not whispering directly to you, Red Phoenix. As far as I know, there's no way to whisper in YouTube chat. A interesting game has been announced to come out for the Xbox One, Disneyland Adventures, which was a Kinect game for the Xbox 360, is coming out October 31st. And Disneyland Adventures, as in particular, looks like an interesting game, but you really wouldn't want to get a Kinect and mess with all of that, because you played as a kid wandering around Disneyland, the California one, not Disney World, the Florida one. I think that's right. And you're as a kid in virtual reality, wandering around and going to the events and seeing things. And there's, I believe, some collectibles in it too, some gameplay elements added. But for kids that you can't afford to actually take them to Disneyland, it seemed like a great idea for a game. But it also opens this door. Are we going to start seeing all of those bad Kinect games that so many of which were created? Are they coming out now? I don't know why I used the coin there. Are they going to come out in droves? Honestly, for the Xbox One's release schedule, which is right on par with the PlayStation's release schedule, it would be a really easy way for Microsoft to beef up its releases by saying, we're going to allow people to convert those Kinect games back into regular games if they're good enough and if they still work, and sell them again. This also might center around the appearance, at least, of Microsoft being a little low on cash because they're selling Xbox One Project Scorpio cases versions and Minecraft Xbox One case versions. So special limited editions, just exterior art of Xbox One consoles. Let's see. Hope this works. Just that and then that.
Job's done.
Jurassic World Evolution has been announced for the PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 for the summer of 2018. I'm still not certain I should be responding to these very general, vague announcement dates. Like, if you don't have a real date, then should I bother to mention it? Alright, the owl. Messed up my war leader. This one will probably be a victory. Jurassic World Evolution is a theme park simulator, theme park manager simulator, from best as I can tell. So I don't really see why you would want to play that game and not just play like a more established theme park simulator that also happens to have dinosaurs. Let's see. Red Phoenix says, the reason I use text messages from my bot is because I don't know how to do it on apps, websites, etc. And I'm using the Google Assistant API with some adjustments. Okay, like, I have no knowledge about any of that really, so like, maybe that'll work. Maybe people will determine your bot to actually be the one spamming and cut you off.
Job's done.
I don't know exactly how that's gonna work. I don't understand it completely. Inherently, your phone is still gonna have to get the text messages to filter out the text messages, and if it's all just for educational purposes, I could see, yeah, learning to make something like that and using what you do know, and then eventually learning how to translate it to use it in other places. Let's see. How do we want? It's just these Jade players. You may see a lot of them as we go up higher in the ranks, and they're all the same, but they all win too. So sadly, the more rank play you play, the more you see of people just playing the exact same cards, which is not particularly fun.
I concede.
Well, apparently he recognized he was gonna lose. Red Phoenix says it's more of just a proof of concept. Okay, that makes sense. Here's something that doesn't make sense in the news. There's literally, I think this is the first time this has ever happened, but probably not. or at the very least, it's possibly the first time anybody has come out and so honestly said it. But BioWare is completely dropping support for single player for Mass Effect Andromeda 5 months into its release. So that game came out, it was rushed out, it was a piece of garbage, nobody liked it, it was buggy, and now they're not even going to put any more support into it or even try to make it an unbugging mess. They're telling you straight out that the fixes, the patches we've done are all we're going to do. All we want to do is support multiplayer so we can get, I imagine there's some kind of microtransaction or something in there that I'm not familiar with. And they're just going to try to squeeze it for so much money. And inherently, I don't know why anybody would play even multiplayer on this game when they've already abandoned half of the game. They're almost certainly going to come out in a month to 5 months and say they're going to drop multiplayer support too. Clearly, this is one of those examples of the corporate overlords just interfering and messing with the game's development in a horrible way. Tragic Masters Online, he says, good game, thank you.
Midnight.
I would be very, very cautious and probably wouldn't buy any BioWare games. When you go over the history of BioWare games, while people liked Mass Effect 1 alright and Mass Effect 2 was interesting, there's a considerable issues with the ending of Mass Effect 3. There's bugginess in Mass Effect 1. Just every time they tried to make a game or you would think about playing a BioWare game, there's some decent list of caveats and bitter pills that you have to swallow to play them, and at the end of the day, I think it's probably easier just to say don't bother playing BioWare games. They're unfinished at this point. They have no guarantee of quality. They have nothing behind their name. Raiden 5 Director's Cut is coming out to PS4 and Steam on the 5th of October. Raiden is a bullet hell shooter. It's, I think, originally an arcade game. An interesting story came out. Tencent's MOBA, Honor of Kings, implemented a 1-hour limitation for all players that were aged 1 hour per day for all players that were under the age of 12. Darn it. Darn you and your traps. Let's just, I suppose, attack the face. So, because of this 1 hour implementation, a limitation for kids under 12 and under to play a MOBA game, which MOBA games in general take more than an hour to play 3 or 4 games. Some MOBAs it takes more than an hour to play even one game, so that's a ridiculously strict limitation. It's effectively telling them that they can't play the game at all. So to fix that, kids are now buying and creating fake identities and fake ID card information in China to play it for, I assume, as long as they want. And that's what is a major part of the fear of the incredible market power of the video game of any industry in China, is that as Tencent buys, I believe they own League of Legends right now, but maybe they don't. As Chinese companies buy more stake and ownership in more other Western companies, they very quickly may be encouraged to just implement these over-controlling rules and try to babysit the players and force them into force the player communities into things that they're not interested in or don't want. And a lot of that isn't just Tencent and the Chinese companies, but it's the fact that there is an actual censorship board in China. There's actual government control and ownership of most of the companies. And so people as bad, if not a lot worse, than the CEOs that interfere and mess with games, that force games to have DLC and force games to have multiplayer. People as bad or worse than those CEOs, in the forms of politicians or just people at censorship boards that have no idea about video games or the community of games, could be implementing a lot of controls. Sometimes they're good controls, absolutely. Like, I think forcing the companies to disclose, like, what is the actual rate that you will win a legendary in a loot box or versus getting a common item, is probably a great law that is probably pro-consumer. But then there's also a lot of things that can arguably be said are anti-consumer. And in the United States, if somebody tried to make a law that said games should limit how much the kids play, there would hopefully at least be a large community of people that say, no, that's the parents' job and that's the parents' decision, and the we don't need people interfering with that, for better or worse. Let's see, let's play a little control here. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT is coming out on January 11th in Japan and January 30th in North America for the PlayStation 4. I guess that one's probably some spin on a MOBA game and or online game, not a MOBA game, but an online game, and doesn't seem like it's coming to PC. It's a little unsurprising that it's not going to Xbox, and if it's not going to go to Xbox, it probably won't go to PC. But the Final Fantasies are, I would say, 50-50 on eventually showing up on PC. Xbox One now lets you filter content by being, whether it's 4K, high dynamic range, HDR, or it has the Xbox One enhancement. I guess maybe that's Xbox One X enhancement games. That terrible name. There. Let's see. Play this. See if that's a snipe. And then play this. And then let's hold this. There's no real reason to play this early. Let's see. I I watched the EA Gamescom live stream. Sims is going to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and mobile, and it's doing more expansions. I guess that explains why they announced more expansions, is because Maxis is still around and making content for The Sims 4. They haven't shut down the place yet. That being said, I severely doubt that won't happen eventually. What could The Sims 5 be? And then I kind of just skimmed through it because there wasn't a lot in this live stream, but the Faye developer for the game Faye FE came out, and he was literally wearing a man bun, a tight t-shirt, way too tight, and jeans. And he looked just completely awful. Like, unprofessional and awful all in one.
What to do?
Let's see. Let's see how this works. That's not too bad. They really should just do a better job. Like, I know nobody likes wearing uncomfortable clothes, certainly. But you're coming out to a professional presentation, and there should be just a strict dress code. It should look at least good. Like, if he was going to come out in a t-shirt that said Faye on it, he wasn't even wearing that. He was just wearing a way too tight, solid colored shirt. But let's say, yeah, if he came out in a t-shirt that had his game on it, and they were trying to do a laid-back presentation, and he wasn't wearing a man bun, then yeah, I'd get some of that. But I don't think anybody would have looked at him. Trevor comes on the chat. He says, "Aw, me man, Murloc, lol." Murloc's about all I can win with, so that's all I can really play with if I'm trying to actually get up in ranked. So, in the news, yeah, there's this other game called Forgotten Anne. It's a 2D cinematic adventure. It's another one of these games that doesn't have a real release date. So, I'm still debating whether I should bother to mention games that can't give you something. Like, what is the limit? Should I, if it says early 2018, is that good enough? If it says, let's start with this one. And then this one. Trevor says, I hear you. Yep. Give a friendly Murloc. Can I get anything up high enough? Let's go ahead and kill this. And we'll save. Now we'll play the lifesteal, and then we'll play this onto the lifesteal. And let's go ahead and just get rid of this because he probably is going to try to do a board clear anyways. There was a PlayStation 1 game called Fear Effect. I've never heard of it, but it's being remade to Fear Effect Reinvented. It's a cel-shaded action game. I suppose that's not a terrible thing if old action games got remade. They probably had some decent story in them. At least some of them probably did. Here he goes. Here's your standard beast hunter deck where I'm just gonna kill as many beasts as possible. Let's see. And I can do this, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Yep. If I'd played this instead of these two, I suppose maybe something different would have occurred, but I doubt it. HTC has dropped the Vive VR headset to $600 to still. That makes it $100 more than the Oculus Rift, but it's certainly better than what we did. Better than what it was. I think VR is starting to show cracks in its wall that I just don't think we've got a VR industry here that's actually going to succeed. And they're now trying to sell the old stock. Maybe they're going to come out with another generation, another version of VR, and add some interesting things to it. I mean, certainly, if they were going to do like a 7.1 surround sound or a 9.1 surround sound setup in that headset and really go with the audios as well as the visuals and better controls and lighter, cheaper, and less cords and less space needed. If you can adjust all of that stuff and make it more reasonable to own the VR and cheaper. I literally saw a VR glasses that are just lenses that you put any phone in there for 3D stereoscopic for $10 clearance at my grocery store, and I still didn't buy it. I still said to myself, you know what, that's not worth my time. Let's see if we can potentially tempt. I don't know what we can do here. See if we can tempt him away from attacking my previous guy, but I don't think so. We'll make him choose. Kofi comes on, he says hi, hi. Trevor says ayo. I assume that's hello. THQ Nordic has acquired the Giannis Sisters Twisted Dreams / Bubsy the Woolly Strike. So those are two games developer. That's a funny way to phrase that sentence. I didn't say that probably correctly, but the name of the company is Black Forest Games. I think this is starting to approach a dangerous point for THQ Nordic. I know THQ Nordic wants to be like old THQ, but the last thing they need to do is the exact thing that caused THQ to go out of business, which is to overcommit themselves financially and in one way or another. And this feels very much like they're overcommitting themselves financially to acquire a bunch of companies, and it seems mostly they just want to acquire companies so they can acquire rights to games, so they can go from a small to medium to huge publisher, which doesn't really work for the game industry well at all. None of the giant video game publishers succeed from that, and that also includes Gearbox as they've acquired the rights to publish We Happy Few. Excuse me. Trevor says, VR, I think it has really good potential. I think there's too many greedy companies to make them or the games good at the moment, though. Yeah. VR games are a mess. They've really added a lot of trouble to looking at a game on Steam because you just have to be doubly certain. Is this a game that only runs on VR? Or is this a game that works on a regular PC? Is this potentially a VR game that also could be run without VR? Which I've seen a couple of games starting to do that. What do I really lose as the player if I buy a game that's intended for VR and still playable? I think in a lot of ways too, VR only really sells itself as a video game console device, whereas if TV only sold itself as a news delivery device instead of a potentially news delivery, sports delivery, like movie delivery, music delivery in some cases. There's a lot of different things that you get from a TV service, or TVs in general. You plug games into them too. Whereas in comparison, it's only games and a few rare instances of like medical attempts to use medical things. We've started to see some video games and some VR games that try to sell movies, but that's just, I think, movie theaters wasting money. Let's see. And then the last thing I have for news today is Atari is suing Kit Kat / Nestle, which means they're suing Kit Kat and Nestle for an American commercial, because as I understand it, Nestle doesn't sell Kit Kats in anywhere else but besides the United States. Well, that was into that. But they're suing them over a commercial that had the Breakout game, you know, the ball and paddle breaking bricks, as a reference. It'll be an interesting lawsuit if it goes all the way to court to see if parody is covered or not. Well, the good news is I'm done with the news. And because I was playing a little off screen, I only had 2 daily quests to do. The bad news is it's pretty obvious that I'm just hurting my ranking because I'm not able to pay attention with the chat and all that. So, what we're gonna do is, I kind of wish somebody would connect to me on Discord if anybody is there. And we'll see if maybe if we could play around with that and see if that overlay works. What I was hoping it would do is it would take the YouTube chat and put it here, because if it did that as an overlay, then some of the reason that I have a second monitor becomes not needed, and I can use the second monitor separately for just watching OBS, Open Broadcast Software, instead of having a tiny, like, I think it's 20-inch monitor that is using 10 inches for for the chat and 10 inches for the preview screen. Stay tuned if you're watching live, but if you're watching this recorded, that's it. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any service that is listed, except for Discord, I haven't listed that down at the bottom yet. I'm still trying to decide if that's something I want to add permanently or not. I need to learn it and understand it more. But if you want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, or Battle.net, all of that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. We took an interesting diversion on the live stream in which I was got in a call with Blazekin on the chat. Said he was helping me set up Discord and try to learn how the whole thing works. Let's see. And so they're trying to set up Discord and teach me how that works, but we're here for Hearthstone. We're on the European account. I need 2 more victories for the mage and 3 victories for priest. This Discord overlay I'm gonna take off because it turns out this overlay just lights up the squares when people are in the voice chat, which works probably very well if you're collabing with people, but since that's not something I really do on my channel, it doesn't make any sense. The text parts of Discord don't really work and integrate into YouTube, so it's gonna be, I assume, a cross promotional thing where when I'm streaming I'm gonna ask everybody to come to the YouTube chat, so that promotes the videos through YouTube when people talk, and that's only the YouTube chat will be what I'm looking at, and then the Discord chat is for when I'm not streaming, and then we'll see how good I can be as far as a host of a chat like that, and whether I'll actually ever respond to people or comment to people on Discord. In all honesty, if Discord sold itself just a little bit more like Twitter, I could see myself being more excited about it. Twitter in itself is not great as far as a service. It is good for listening to famous people and terrible for actual people, normal people, to communicate to each other. Let's see. I probably should look at the chat just to make sure if any of these messages are related. The most recent thing said Red Phoenix switch him from Rydo to mods. Well, if they do that, I may very well just... They may lock me out if they're not careful. But whatever. Let's see. A little early to be playing the vicious bird.
If you're sure.
Getting Discord to actually show up on the chat will be interesting. Like, I can get this far. Maybe if I spend some more time on it and log in, I could get it a little bit further, and then that would put the Discord chat on the screen, but it's all so pointless because it's not copying to the YouTube chat, and that's what I'd really like it to do, is have an auto mod that took every single message put on the Discord server into the YouTube chat. Every single message not on the Discord server that's on YouTube chat into Discord. That way everything is working together
If you're sure.
in a very nice fashion. And I'm not sure there's anything that does that. It,
If you're sure.
at the very least, I'm set up now with a better service than Skype, because lots of people have complained about problems with Skype and its qualities, problems with Skype of being DDoS'd, lots of problems with Skype in general. I know Skype in particular, it's full of spammers, people randomly trying to add you. That being said, it's probably likely you would still need to talk to some people on Skype if you're collaborating, because the other people will not know the new software, or one day Skype will be working really well and then the next day it works like garbage, but then Discord might have similar problems. I'm not sure. Maybe Discord is rock solid and never has any problems. That would be nice. Inherently, the bigger problem is the problem with how much I can just talk in general. So, like, people who've been watching my channel can already know that I'm more and more turning these streams into post-show silent streams where I can just be silent and play the game because I don't have anything more to say. And if there's somebody to engage with and somebody that wants to play me, or somebody wants me to talk to them, that works. I suppose if I'm playing somebody as a friend, we could try to allow them to talk. So maybe if somebody was gonna play me multiple games and they wanted to talk during that time, but then the delay becomes such an issue that doesn't fully work either.
Job's done.
Yeah, the only time the delay is not going to be an issue is if I am playing somebody in an actual multiplayer co-op game. One of the I'm supposed to be doing October's month's worth of videos, and one of the games I'm gonna play is called Downfall, which is the sequel to The Cat Lady, and it's an interesting story. Because Downfall originally was the game made before The Cat Lady, and then Screen 7, the company that made The Cat Lady, remade Downfall to be a storyline sequel to The Cat Lady. And so there's a 2009 freeware version that looks completely different than the modern remake, and you get both. So I'm in this rather unique George Lucas Star Wars remake scenario where if I had enough time and if I really cared, I would play the 2009 freeware version of the game, and then I would play the remake. But because Downfall is a sequel to the game I played last October, then it's more important to try to schedule all of that and continue the theme a year later, and maybe I'll find some time when I could go back and play the remake. Red Phoenix says, I would play, but it wouldn't download. What wouldn't download? Red Phoenix, Discord or Hearthstone? Mamu started following me. If he wanted to help me win, if he's watching, that would be great. I got a lot of victories. I need to remind myself how it works. I think you have to get the opponent's health down to 10 or less than 10, and then they can concede and your victory counts. So Red Phoenix says Hearthstone. Yeah, that sucks. That'd be an interesting thing to do, is do co-op horror games. And maybe go crazy and put like a heart monitor on both players. So you have one player has to talk down the other player across the internet. Or it's co-op but it's in different rooms. And so you're talking to a bunch of other people. That would be an interesting trick. Let's see. See if we can get the song info on Nightbot to work. Maybe it's songs and not song.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it's songs info. Songs info. Come on, Nightbot, why are you not working? Let's just type in song and see what it says. I'm trying to learn too many programs right now instead of really focusing.
What to do? What to do?
Yeah, that's just not working. Trying to get Nightbot to respond to any of the songs keywords, and it's ignoring them all, which I don't think I disabled it.
What to do?
Yeah, there's definitely an issue here of a lack of real interest in Hearthstone when I'm fiddling with other things. These are probably good things to
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
to get learned and understand how they work before my channel potentially grows a lot, because it has been growing a lot. Past 2 or 3 days I've done 0 actual work, and like still people have subscribed and new people have been watching, and so the snowball effect that I've hoped for a long, long time may actually start to happen here. Also, school is getting back into session in the United States, so maybe that will affect things in a positive way. Mahmood says, yeah, I can help you. Thank you, Mahmood. Let me just either lose or succeed here, whichever happens first. It is songs with an S. Let's see. Plate these two. Kill this guy. I still have a ton of things I need to what would be the word? Ton of things I need to upload videos. Let's see. Auto DJ. Oh, enable. That might help. Song requests enabled. The music is playing on a muted window. So
I wonder.
They'll never know what.
My magic will tear you apart.
Job's done.
there we go. So now if I type in songs info,
Behold the might of Stormwind!
still, maybe it's list.
This one's mine.
Might as well take as much damage here and get that. Let's see. Songs. List. And there we got our new quest. So good, I can get all 3 of these done. I don't like that the European accounts just get a new daily quest right now. So 3 victories with Priest and 2 victories with the Mage. If Mahmood sends me a friend request. So let's see what... Guess that works. So we could do that. And then people could listen. And then songs current. And so then all I would have to do is make a Nightbot timer. Waiting for Mamu to send me a friend request. Let's see. So. Then this songs. Red Phoenix says this is too difficult. What's too difficult? And I was just sitting here not doing anything. I'm waiting for Mamu to send me a request. There you go. See how that works. That probably won't work too well. There he is. I guess he's waiting for me to challenge him. Sorry, Red Phoenix. I'm still doing a lot of struggling and trying to figure out what I can do and what I should do with the Red Phoenix, the Nightbot commands.
Your soul shall be mine.
Well, you know, you can do them too. Some of them at least. If you type in the exclamation point like songs request and type in a song, it should try and play it. So, say if you were to type in exclamation point song space request space, never gonna give you up, and probably put that in parentheses. That should try. There will be a lot of phrasing and such, though. It's with an S. Songs. But yeah, there's gonna be some education certainly that's gonna have to happen to make it easy and obvious how to use it. So you got it halfway there. Now you need the name of a song. Oops, forgot to attack. So we'll see what happens. Type in like songs next, and that should work to play your song immediately, and that should work.
Taste my steel. Ready to ride. Taste my steel.
Let's see. Oh, that's not what next means, is it? Oops. Let's see if I can skip it. Let's see.
Jaina versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
You asked for it.
So I skipped it and it added it. It's just... And the commands I typed didn't work. Let's see, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research, because that should have told you that that was what was playing. And let's see, how does this work when you do a command like that?
I greet you.
Oh, darn it, darn it, darn it. Gotta pay attention.
I hope you like my invention.
So that command should work, but I'm not sure if it will work with both of them in the same line. But songs list should, I didn't even type it right, should list all the entire playlist, and songs current should say that we are playing Locked Away, but it's not playing right now because the web page is muted. And I don't feel like potentially getting my entire channel messed up just to prove it.
If you're sure.
Hit it very hard. Hit it very hard.
And that's the 2 mages I needed. Go back and double check the other class I needed. Let's see. Priests. And he's gone. Aw, darn it. I don't know if Mamu disconnected or if he's just irritated with me. Let's see, I'll leave it for Mahmood to friend request me while I mess with the Nightbot commands some more. So, there we go. So I'm trying to figure out how to embed those commands into a Nightbot running its own commands.
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be
And I'm
mine.
probably gonna have to work
The
on
light
it
shall bring victory.
later. But you'll see when I type this, it should work. Nope, it already moved on to another song. Interesting. The main problem with this is unless it could pull specifically from music that Mahmoud says I have a problem with internet. Okay. Fair enough.
Is someone injured?
I've certainly been having my own problems with the internet lately. If you can play me, fine. If you can't, if you lose connection, that's alright too. I'll understand now that it's not because I'm doing something annoying. Which I am doing something annoying too. I'm messing with the chatbot, clearly.
Right away.
Speak your peace.
Let's see. Look at the top three. Guess which one started in your opponent's deck. So, of these three cards, which of these are a wolf started in his deck? I'm gonna go with Hellfire. To get a copy of it. So I was right, and so I got a copy of Hellfire. Interesting. Interesting card steal mechanic for 3 mana. Not bad, actually. Not a terrible card. Let's see.
Right away. Is someone injured?
I could draw a couple of cards extra, I suppose.
Right away.
Why I played any of those cards, I don't know, though. That was a huge waste of time. I should have just taken the victory. Mahmoud is letting me win. And so I need to not waste his time. Let's ask the question that I should have asked earlier. Mahmoud, do you have any daily quests you need help with?
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
The light shall bring victory.
Is someone injured?
I'm debating on building a very annoying deck for these new accounts on Europe and on the Asian accounts. There's the Mana Wraith cards and several other cards that would just not particularly win you victories, but annoy the opponent into giving up. And even if I was to make a deck like that, I really couldn't ever play it on a stream. It would be too long and a waste of time. That's certainly how I started playing on the Americas account, though, is I would get almost all my victories from irritating people and taking forever, which is easy enough to do. Let's see. See, playing a Warlock is probably a good helper deck because you can draw more cards and cause damage to yourself quicker.
The game begins.
Right away.
But I think for my Druid helper deck, it probably helps the opponent have more mana and draw more cards, where playing just a basic Warlock is just going to lower your life. I suppose it depends on whether you're helping somebody get their daily quest done, or if you're helping people just get victories.
Right away.
I wish you could change the name and icon of the Nightbot, but I could certainly see why the creators of it would want to leave it all the same. Kind of customize it a little bit more. There was something that was interesting about looking in the website of Discord, and I don't think I could get to the page, but let me see if I can get there really quick.
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
The light shall bring victory.
Let's see. Yeah, under the Discord Partners program, it tells you what the typical Discord partner is to partner with them and make money. And the typical partner has 17,649 Twitch followers, 156,739 YouTube followers. And take that for just a second and think about that. An average Discord user has nearly 10 times as many YouTube subs as they do Twitch followers. The average views for a Discord partner is 27,701 views on YouTube, where the number of Discord server sizes that they have is 157. So, like, they're on 157 Discord servers on average. That seems like a lot. No, that's probably the number of people on their Discord server. And then the average number of Twitter followers, Twitter, not Twitch, is 18,656. So what that tells me, in a very rough estimate, is that for the sample size of the very few Discord partners, the vast majority of them are YouTubers, and YouTube is treating those people 10 times better than Twitch is and Twitter is. which is interesting, certainly. I don't know if that really comes to any real conclusion, but it kind of does line up with what my feeling with Twitch is that if you're a huge Twitch partner, you're successful, but if you're anybody else, you're probably not. And YouTube's not getting any better in that scenario either, because that just starting a YouTube channel today versus a year ago, versus 2 years ago, versus 5 years ago, 7 years ago, every time all the new people require so much more work to even try to break even with the people who are the lucky ones that started earlier.
I can't do that.
A lot of people still leaving YouTube too also. I'm having certainly some good riddance feelings to a lot of people that make these videos on YouTube and they're like, I'm leaving YouTube, I'm tired of this, I'm quitting. I'm like, okay, good riddance. Maybe then the new people who aren't burnt out will have a shot. I certainly sympathize with a lot of people that are their ad revenue is dropping by 90% a lot of times, but if your solution is just I'm gonna leave, or I'm gonna leave and go make my own service, I'm like, okay, see how that works. I'd like to see it succeed, but the people who are so knee-jerk and they're just gonna quit without a plan, I guess that's my major problem with it, is that people will claim they're gonna leave and they don't really have a plan. They like, if PewDiePie and several of the biggest YouTubers ever came out in a year and said, we've got this new video service, come over here and watch our videos over here for free, I would respect that a lot more, but I'm not certain I would actually move over to that new service. Red Phoenix says I'm still here, by the way. Thank you, Red Phoenix. Yeah, I figured you just got quiet. That's fine. That's fine if people just want to listen. Like, how can I be upset with people that just want to listen and don't want to talk in the chat when half the time when I'm playing Hearthstone, I just kind of want to listen and don't want to mess with the chat or talk. It's just kind of a natural way that conversation flows, and I'm certainly no expert in natural conversation flow, but people talk until they have nothing more to talk about here. Blazekin says I'm also XD. See, I think that's it. And for the European account, thank you, Mahmood, for the help. For the European account, we're at rank 20, so at the end of the month, in about 9 days, we will get the card back. It's a bunch of new cards. I think I opened the card pack in the post-game silent play. I don't think I'll do that going forward. Just to have more to show. Let's mark all of these as seen. That way people don't miss it. All these I think are, yeah, these are One Night in Karazhan cards that I unlocked from doing One Night in Karazhan. And now I have Prince Malchezaar, which means I am at a good point where I could start rebuilding all of the custom decks and trying to have 5 random legendaries in this account. Let's move over to the Asia account this time. Let's quit here. And relaunch in Asia. And see what our daily quests are for that. The Asian account is particularly the hardest because I really have no Asian Hearthstone players that follow me, which makes sense. Like, I doubt they would want to listen to somebody that isn't speaking in their language. So, we got a lot. 50 Paladin class cards, 50 Rogue class cards, and 50 Shaman class cards. And we're at rank 20 already. All of those are doable, though. So, Paladin, Rogue, and... So this Paladin deck, let's start with this. Are these all Paladin class cards? Yes, they are. So, Custom Paladin 2, let's start playing. And I need a little bit more gold on this account in particular because I'm further behind on beating One Night in Karazhan. But after I've unlocked all One Night in Karazhan, this account too, just mostly every time there's a Tavern Brawl, I want to do the Tavern Brawl and get a card pack, try to build up the account, and I want to have 3,500 gold. But it's not particularly important to get these things done, and I may just find that if I have times when I'm not recording videos anyways, I may just jump into the European account or the Asian account and get a single daily quest done instead of waiting for all three of them to be done. Trying to figure out different ways to time manage and different ways to go back to rank play. Honestly, I probably should just be playing rank play right now and trying to get up to one more rank, two more ranks. If I could get up to rank 10, that would be very nice. And from what I was told in the chat, rank 10 is a rank 10 is a level of protection on ranked play. Red Phoenix goes, "Where's the dude with the awesome accent?" Oh, never mind. I assume that was Blazerkin that you mean. I disconnected. I don't disagree. I like this accent pretty good. And if I could afford it, I would potentially just be a scriptwriter and have somebody read aloud what I say about video games. It's just that's a level of production that would never be profitable. That's not something you see a lot in games journalism these days, but it used to be a thing. X-Play on G4, both of which are now defunct, used to have people writing the reviews and then the host reading them. Not that the host didn't know about video games or write some of the reviews themselves, it's just that they would have 5 to 10 people playing different games, writing full-on 10 to 20 minute reviews per game, and then having the host do voiceover work and talk about what the review and how it was written. Blazekin, you never promoted your channel, by the way. Go ahead and see if you can post it. I don't think you can put a URL, but put in the part that's after the C. So, like, the www.youtube.com/C/ put that in there, and let's give you a shout out. if you want.
Reporting for duty. For justice.
And then I'll change it later on. I'll make it into a full link. You know what? I don't even need him to do that. I don't think I can. I think I can just go to channel here, can I? Put user. No, not. Here it is. I'll just do it all myself. We'll look at his channel in a second too. I guess I want to play control here while this guy is playing potentially Jade. Let's see. Zoom out. He has 424 subscribers. He has 14.6 thousand views and 168 videos on his channel. Let's see.
I wonder.
Eye for an eye. More attack. Play control. He's got nice channel art, a logo. He's linking to, it seems, Instagram and Google Plus and a merch shop. Country of origin claims to be UK. Joined February 16th, 2015, so a couple years old. Discussion page is empty. He's subscribed to 2 channels as his channel. He's got a decent number of playlists, however, some of which only have like 1 video in them right now. Turns out you can only have 5,000 videos in a playlist. So, once you get to that point, keep that in mind, any YouTubers, streamers out there. Hey, YouTube doesn't bother to tell you that. I guess they figured nobody would ever run into that problem. Like, he does have custom custom thumbnails, but he's running into the problem of his custom thumbnails being the same each time, which means when this is recommended to people after they've watched a video, and if they see 2 or 3 of these, or if they're not recommended in the right order, people are gonna be have problems with keeping in order and deciding whether they've seen a video or not. And then there's no accounting for taste. But he's got some videos here like Jake Paul getting robbed. I bet that didn't get I got 219 views. And then he has several streams where he's slapping himself for every subscriber he gets, which come on now, don't physically hurt yourself for subscribers. They're not worth that much. There's like no numbering system except for in a couple of them, and YouTube claims at least it wants the number at the very end. So if you are doing a number, it has to be the very last thing in the title for it to get it.
Let me think.
Let's see. Let's go a little bit further. A lot of videos with chill in the name. A lot of video titles that are trying to play the algorithm. It looks like maybe to some success, maybe not. And then his really old videos have like a drastically different appearance to them.
Move quickly.
But overall, a fine YouTube channel for a gamer.
Reporting for duty.
Let's see, can I go to... Does everybody have a channel? I guess technically they do. Like Red Phoenix has a channel technically, but there's nothing on it. Let's focus back on Hearthstone now. Red Phoenix says, how much longer is the stream going to be? Oh, I don't really know. Just how much... Probably longer than it's should be, honestly. If you want to duck out, I don't blame you. Pretty much all I'm going to do is try to talk about stuff, but I really don't have a ton of stuff to talk about, and try to play a bunch of Paladin cards, so you're looking between 6 and 9 plus more games of just playing all the different kind of cards, because that's all I have to do is 50 paladins, 50 something else, and 50 something else for 180 gold. And at any point I could determine that I'm just out of steam and go to like a post-game silent stream. Even playing the silent stream but knowing other people are watching, I feel puts a little bit of pressure on me that I probably need to learn how to deal with better, because I was playing really well. Like, I was playing so well on rank play on the Americas account that I have this small fear people are gonna think I brought in a ringer and had somebody else play on my account, which isn't the truth. I'm very surprised on how high up I got. Red Phoenix says, okay, I might leave. That's fine. You don't have to announce it. It's not like a party where I can see you sneaking out the back door or anything. I won't even probably notice if you stop chatting. Like, there's plenty of people here that could have left and come back and left and come back on anything. Like Trevor, he may have left and come back. Kevin Wu just on this stream. Like, I'm here to entertain people, not to force them to stay, and they're not beholden to stay if they're not being entertained.
Reporting for duty.
For justice.
I guess I'm kind of like a mime. Like, plenty of people walk by a mime and pay it no attention. He's just a guy on the street trying to entertain. I'm like a mime in all the ways except for being silent. Defeats in particular are going to come pretty easily on this new account. So that's 25 of 50 cards. If I get lucky enough, I might be able to play the remaining 25 in another game. And then there's another 100 cards of specific classes I need to play.
Uther versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
I will fight with honor.
Like, even if somebody was modded on Discord or something like that, that doesn't mean they have to stay, like, for the whole stream. It doesn't work that way. I don't see any scenario where I have the right to force somebody to stay if they have something they need to do or just don't want to stay. Not unless I'm paying you. That'd be about the only point. If you were my employee and a modder, then you would have to stay for the whole stream. Otherwise, no. And YouTube chat in particular hasn't really needed to be moderated much. Every now and then we get a spammer. Or a troll, but it doesn't happen that often.
Reporting for duty.
For justice.
The battle.
For justice.
Where shall I strike?
Just keep playing cards, I guess. That's all I need to do. I should have saved the previous Holy Light. That way I could have given myself more time to play more cards.
The frozen winds guided me.
I'm not sure I've actually made three 45-minute recordings. Honestly, I may have just made 2. That's hardly a real issue for Hearthstone, though. I'm so far ahead on Hearthstone recordings compared to anything else. Divine Shield. 3 attack. 3 attack. 3 damage.
For justice.
I think what I'll do is we'll get this daily quest done, and then we'll go into silent post show for the other two, and that'll be it for the day. Play this. Play this.
For justice.
Why didn't I kill this one first? I should have looked at what this did. This is a new card. I haven't learned it. That's the underlying difficulty of new players, is you've gotta learn the cards and know what they do by sight. Otherwise you're gonna have to hover over everything and read what it does. +4/+4. Restore the health. Text draw card.
For justice.
There we go. Because Hearthstone Deck Tracker as an application doesn't really work across the multiple accounts, I don't really have an indication of how many cards have been played or not. I guess maybe I could have turned that on. It says there's 11 cards left in the deck and 1 in my hand, so that should be a decent guess that there's been 12.
I don't have enough mana.
Reporting for duty.
Give that minion a turn to get ready.
See, we can play these 3.
For justice, for justice.
Play this, this. End the turn. Of course, I'm just gonna get fatigued in 7 cards and still lose.
You are not prepared.
My shield for Argus.
Spectacular.
Reporting for duty.
Well, that kind of worked.
Lightning strikes twice.
Pain, speak to me.
Spectacular.
I suppose the real question that I didn't learn about Discord is,
To battle!
as I have it set up on my Discord right now, can people call me like they could on Skype? That's gonna be the weird one, is like if people could just call me and then all of a sudden there's this box showing up on my computer. Red Phoenix says I'll be back for a bit. I'm back for a bit. Oh, so he left for like 10 minutes and then came back. So that's one daily quest done. I need to get the other two done. Rogue cards and shaman cards. Not difficult, just pick a deck if I don't have one already. And make sure it is full of rogue cards, which I suspect this deck here. I think they can call you. Yeah, depends on whether I set the settings, because I did look at a lot of the settings first, and I assume that's the point on some level. And I'm not sure how it's really set up, if people could friend me automatically, call me automatically, or what. I guess I would probably want to know if there's some level of encryption or security in all of this too, or is this just all going straight to the FBI? There's my Nightbot command not working still. Alright, that's gonna be it for the regular show. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me for any reason, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. And now we're going to the muted post show.
Valera versus Maiev!
None can escape my fury. Watch your back. So many options.
You're not that shy. to die. A little cut.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Here we go.
I hope you like my invention.
Here we go.
Job done.
Here we go.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Here we go.
Calm down! I'm a doctor!
Sword.
Here we go.
Calm down! I'm a doctor!
Sword.
Here we go.
Calm down! I'm a doctor!
We are the sword in the shadows.
Here we go.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the power!
Smart moves. I can
Valera versus Valera.
Watch your back. I always do.
Someone call for the doctor.
Let's dance.
I wonder. I don't have enough mana.
Death does not scare me. Job done. Death does not scare me. Some still funny.
Here we go.
Job done.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Here we go. go.
Calm down! I'm a doctor!
Here we go.
Death does not scare me.
Who knows what secrets we'll uncover?
So many options.
Some still fun.
Time to die.
Everyone panic!
Here we go.
Job done.
Eternal!
We are the sword in the shadows.
Everyone panic!
Eat it.
I'll choose soon.
Valira versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
Watch your I wonder.
Get it out! Get it out!
Side effects? No.
Tango?
Trust me.
Stop yelling!
This might sting.
Job's done.
Let's go!
Buying or selling.
Time to die. Job's done.
Buying or selling.
I'll get right out.
I'm almost out of time. Eat it. Job's done.
The light protects me.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
Here we go.
Valera versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Watch your back. I don't have enough mana. Are you my master?
A tango? A tango? A tango? A tango? Someone call for the doctor. Time to die. A tango?
Here we go.
Job done.
Is someone injured? Do you need a blessing?
Oh, here we go.
Time to die.
Calm down! I'm a doctor!
Embrace the void.
Everyone panic!
Here we go. Here we go.
Everyone panic!
My eyes are open.
Here we go.
Tazdingo! Yes!
None may challenge the living.
Here we go.
My dreaming ends. Your nightmare begins.
Hunt them down. Too soon. You have awakened me too soon, executors. The flames of Sulfur.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Do you need a blessing?
Witness me! At last, a worthy disciple.
Taste the flames of Sulfur.
Time to die. Serve or die.
Thrall versus Uther! I will fight with honor.
For Doomhammer. Elements guide me.
Eureka! I've done it!
victory is yours.
Thrall versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine for Doomhammer.
You win this time.
Thrall versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
I am ready. I can fix anything.
One shot, one kill.
Elements guide me. enough mana.
My totems! My pretty totems!
Something needs tinkering? Something needs tinkering?
Thrall versus Uther!
I will fight with honor.
For Doomhammer!
Well met.
You gonna sleep with the fishes.
Mind if I roll need?
You see?
totems! My pretty totems!
Job's done.
My pretties! My pretties! My pretties! My pretties!
My hand is too full.
Do you like to play with fire?
Job's done.
I hope you like my invention. Eureka! I've done it!
Elements guide me. Some still funny.
Mind if I roll need?
Job's done.
The light's justice has failed.
Out of my jungle!
I'm on fire! The time has come. I return.
peace, no rest.
Money, friend.
Azeroth will be purified.
Elements guide.
Job done.
The time has come. I return. Death was merely a setback.
Thrall versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
For Doomhammer.
Reporting for duty.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Out of my jungle!
Reporting for duty.
Takari killed Despot.
Job's done.
light dims, but we fight.
Ready for action!
Reporting for duty.
You pay, I protect.
My totems! My pretty totems! My pretties!
Job's done.
Ready for action!
Reporting for duty. Job's done. Reporting for duty.
Do you like to play with fire? My pretties!
Job's done. Reporting for duty.
My pretties!
Job's done.
curses and win.
The light shall bring victory.
For Doomhammer.
Greetings.
Is someone injured?
Greetings, friend. Job done.
Is someone injured?
Elements guide me. Job done.
I must consider. Not quite what was planned.
Drakari killed trespassers.
Job done.
My hand is too full.
Is someone injured?
Pandaria will be ours.
My totems! My pretty
I told you
totems!
so.
My hand is too full.